Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Larry Little. We begin this morning with a focus on operating in the purple tier. As you are well aware, Santa Clara County moved into the more restrictive tier this week. I'm joined this morning by Ricardo Romero Morales, our lead public information officer here at the Emergency Operations Center, and he will provide details on the purple tier in just a moment. But first, we want to let you know that safety is a priority for us here at the Emergency Operations Center, but we have removed our face covering so everyone, including our American Sign Language interpreters, can clearly and properly communicate the information that we will be sharing this morning. Ricardo, thank you for being here.
Good morning, Larry.
How did we get here to this purple tier?
Larry, we've been seeing an increase of COVID-19 cases here in Santa Clara County. We've been over 300 cases in the past few days, starting last week. So therefore, we were anticipating to be in the red tier as in yesterday. But the state on Monday decided that we were moving back to the purple tier. And this is with the efforts to try to prevent to save lives and due to COVID-19. So as we are continuing to see an increase of cases, we're also seeing an increase of hospitalizations. This is now the third wave of COVID-19 here in Santa Clara County, region level, state level, and we're seeing it across the country as well. This wave itself, it's moving pretty fast, and we are actually worried. We're extremely concerned to see the speed of the number of cases rising so fast.
So tell me, what does it mean to be in the purple tier? Like what's open, what's closed? But first talk about that purple tier, what it means to be here.
Yeah, so the state has the blueprint framework in where it allows certain counties to move to different levels of the blueprint. Purple is the most restrictive tier. Last week we were in the orange tier. So it goes purple, red, orange, and yellow. Last week we were in orange, thinking that this week, due to the increase of cases, we were moving into the red. However, we have been moved by the state to the purple tier, which this means is that we have to be careful with everything that we're doing, and that does not allow businesses to operate indoors, certain businesses, including restaurants. So no more indoor dining, along with other new restrictions that we have. But we will be talking about that shortly.
So let's start to go through some of the businesses. You touched on indoor dining. You know, that was already at a certain capacity. But let's focus on the good here. People can still enjoy outdoor dining.
That's correct. People can still enjoy outdoor dining, and as long as the restaurants and businesses continue to follow the protocols that we have outlined. We did also created a new directive that is a capacity limitations directive, in where people can learn about the capacity limitations that each business may have now. And in terms of restaurants, we highly encourage our community to support restaurants, local restaurants. We know that businesses are the groups that are most impacted at this point with the pandemic, and many of them are struggling to survive. So therefore, we are encouraging our community to continue to order takeout, to do outdoor dining, and as well as continue to wear your face covering every time you go to a restaurant, and maintain more than 6 feet of distance from people that you don't live with. And it's also important to remember that it's only 6 people allowed to eat at each table, having in mind that the people should be people from the same household.
All right, and we won't go through all of the businesses because several are affected here, but gyms.
Yes, so gyms are also prohibited to operate indoors, but they can still operate outdoors. So if there are gyms out there that are operating outdoors, this is a time for them to making sure that they're continuing to follow all the protocols, as well as reminding people that indoors is not allowed. And we feel very supportive of this businesses as well.
Swimming pools.
Swimming pools, indoors, swimming pools are closed. So outdoors are open, they can continue to operate.
Retail shops.
retail shops. So there's a new capacity limitation to retail stores to 25% capacity.
And schools, we're going to do probably another program about schools because there's so much to cover there. So let's move forward. How can people find out more information about the purple tier and the restrictions that we have here in the county?
Yeah, so to talk about schools, so if a school has been opened, they can continue to operate and continue to be opened. But if they haven't already opened, then they cannot open until we move to the red tier, and we stay in the red tier for at least 2 weeks. Elementary schools, however, they can still submit their waivers to be open.
And how can people get more information?
And people can get more information about all of the information that we're sharing visiting our website, which is appearing on your screens at this very moment. And it's our COVID website.
So we've been in this tier before, and we were hoping not to go back. And we know that it affects several businesses. Many are closed, many have more restrictions in place. But what does this mean for community members?
For our community, what it means is that we need your support. We need your help. We've been here before. Back in March when everything started, and at the end of July and August, we were in the second wave. And you all did your part. You continue to wear your face coverings, maintain your social distance, trying to stay within your bubble or people that you live with. And now we know that we are all tired. We are experiencing pandemic fatigue, in where people are not as cautious as they were before. However, this is the time to not let our guard down. This is the time to continue to wear those face coverings, to continue to maintain more than 6 feet apart, remembering that outdoors is safer than indoors, and try to only go outdoors or to outside of your house if it's truly necessary. Again, this wave, the third wave of COVID-19 cases, is the strongest wave that we have seen so far. So we are urging everybody who's watching to please, please, please follow the measures that the public health and other officials are putting together.
So I'm looking here, one person is asking us to address, there are restrictions on restaurants. Gyms are closed. They're only allowed to operate outdoors. But what is your message to community members about informal gatherings? Because some of the cases could be coming from that.
Yes, especially right now as we continue to move into the holiday season. We know that we as humans like to connect with others. We like to be and interact with one another. However, if we want to continue to do that next year, this is the year in where we have to protect each other. In terms of gatherings, indoor gatherings such as movie theaters, political events, or any faith-based organization events are not allowed to operate indoors. Now, informal gatherings in this case, what we're asking people is not to gather with people who live outside their household. And if they are planning to do it, remember that the state mandates only 3 households are able to gather, and preferably outdoors, to try to minimize the exposure to COVID-19. As long as they continue to wear their face coverings, maintain their social distance, and again, doing it outdoors.
So let's talk about slowing the spread. And that starts with testing. You have to know, it's important to know your status and get tested on a regular basis. Just talk about testing. We offer free testing here, as well as all of the healthcare providers are supposed to provide testing as well. Talk about that for us.
That's right. So yes, so if you are a frontline worker, we highly encourage you to get tested at least once a month. It is important to know your status, to know what we are exposing others to. Many people are afraid. We are hearing and getting feedback from our community letting us know that they're afraid of testing positive. What's going to happen to them? What's going to happen if they are positive? We do want to remind them that we do have a COVID-19 support team who provides resources and services to people who are either in quarantine or in isolation. And those services include things such as transportation, financial assistance, meals, and then if they also need a room or a hotel room to isolate, we can also provide that for them. So just to remind everybody, testing is free. You don't need a medical insurance, and it does not impact your immigration status. You could also visit our website to find out where your nearest testing site is. The website is appearing right now on your screens, and that is sccfreetest.org, and where you can visit, and the website is available in multiple languages. It is important to remember that we have testing sites that require appointments. So we encourage you to please do your call or visit the website to book an appointment. And we also have testing sites that don't require appointments. One of them is the one at Story Row and King, in where people can just do and walk to the testing site. And this is right on Story Road and King at our public health hub that we have over there. So yes, testing is free. It does not impact your immigration status, and you get your results in 2 to 3 days.
So what should community members do if they're at a restaurant, outdoor dining, or at a grocery store, and they see safety concerns? What can they do?
Yeah, so that is a great point. As back to the point of where you were asking me earlier, what can the community do? Right now, we need you to be our eyes and ears. We need your collaboration. We need your support. We know that businesses are wanting to be compliant and are being compliant. However, we do have those rare occasions in where businesses are not being compliant. And I'm not saying that it's every business. It's certain businesses in particular. But if you are concerned, what we're encouraging you is to file a complaint at our portal, which is www.scccovidconcerns.org. And you can also see the website on your screen at this moment. There you can find information of how to file a complaint and how to continue to follow the guidelines. If you're a business owner, there will be also a link in that page for you to go to a social distancing protocol page, in where you can complete the social distancing protocol and as well as finding out more guidelines. It is also important to note that in our website, we also have a library of signage. So if you're a business owner and you're looking for a signage to put outside your business, reminding people to wear a face covering, reminding people to maintain 6 feet apart, you can go ahead and download those signs and print them and place them outside your business.
And when people call to report a concern, we want you to know that our approach is always education first. We're not looking to find businesses. We know businesses are going through a very difficult time right now.
That's right, Larry. Yes, so since even before the pandemic, here in the county, we have always done our part, which is educating our community first before we take further action. So in case, even if, after a business may get a citation, they have 24 to 72 hours to fix that citation. And then after 72 hours, we will go ahead and go back and visit. And if that citation has been resolved, then we can cancel the citation. So we're giving businesses the opportunity. We can also provide them with more education, as well with signages or any face coverings that they might need. So just let us know. We're happy to work with you.
All right, thanks so much, Ricardo. And things they move so quickly around here. It's like a breaking news environment, and we're trying to get their information out. I see you sitting there with that clicker. Did you have?
Yeah, so
okay.
I'm more of a visual person, so I'm pretty sure that many people who are watching today are also visual persons. So I do have some slides that will talk about what's open and what's closed. Let's see, and let's go ahead and try to put it on. And here we see that open indoors at a reduced capacity, we see grocery stores, the max capacity for grocery stores is 50%. Retailers, the max capacity is 25%. Shopping malls, 25% capacity, noting that common areas and food courts are closed and takeout is available. Now, closed indoors, but they can still open outdoors with modifications, are dining, pools, gyms and fitness centers, gatherings such as political events, weddings, funerals, and places of worship. Now also closed indoors, family entertainment centers, wineries, card rooms, movie theaters, museums, zoos, and aquariums. And what is newly closed indoors and outdoors include bars, breweries, distillers where no meals is provided. So those are the changes that we're seeing in the purple tier. Again, I just want to remind our audience that there is also a new capacity limitations directive. So please visit our website to find out the latest information about capacity limitations for your business.
Any closing thoughts?
Yes, as we continue to move into the holidays, we know that many of you are planning to travel, and we know that we might have the wrong idea of like, oh, I tested today, so I can travel on Friday. We just want to remind people that testing is not a ticket for you to travel, since we don't know the people that you're going to be interacting with at your destination, and also in the time frame that you got tested to the point that you receive your results, you might be in contact with other people that you don't know their status. So please, please, please avoid traveling during this holiday season and continue to get tested frequently. Continue to please wear your face coverings, maintain your social distance, and remember that outdoors is safer than indoors. And especially during this holiday season, please try to celebrate with people who you live with. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Ricardo. We've been here before. We got through it. We'll get through it again. All right, that will do it for this edition of Live with the County of Santa Clara. Facebook Live in Spanish comes up at 11 o'clock today and on Friday as well, and Facebook Live in Vietnamese at 11 o'clock on Thursdays. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be safe. Have a good day.